Page 37. Track 5. Pronunciation. 1,
Do you like it there? Is it fun?
2,
Do you enjoy teaching? Is it interesting?
3,
Do you work in an office? Is it a full-time job?
Page 41. Track 10. Pronunciation.
I used to lift weights.
I didn't used to exercise.
She used to play tennis.
He didn't used to eat right.
We used to take walks.
They didn't used to run.
Page 49. Track 21. Dictation.
So, how do you like your school?
Well, I like some things, but I don't like other things.
Such as?
I like the campus, the teachers, and the students. But I don't like the food, the gym, or the clubs. How about you?
Just the opposite. I really like the food, the clubs, and the pool.
What don't you like?
I guess I don't really like the classes, the teachers, and the homework.
Page 40. Track 9. Listening 3. 1,
I was a big athlete in high school. All I did was swimming, and more swimming. But I work now, and I never go swimming. I know that I should exercise more, but I'm just too lazy. Jogging? That's way too much work, and it really makes my knees hurt. A lot of people I know are into bicycling, but I don't have a bike. I guess there's tennis, though. My wife loves it and wants to teach me how to play. I'd like to play, I think.
2,
After my husband got sick last year, the doctor told him to lose 20 pounds. Since then, I've been trying to help him lose the weight by exercising with him. There isn't much we can do together, though. We sometimes jog in the morning, but when he works late, he doesn't want to wake up early. Our community center has an aerobics class in the evening, but he won't go. He says it's just for women, so neither of us does that. He wanted to try weightlifting, but the doctor said it was too dangerous. So, now I'm thinking about getting him golf lessons. For both of us, actually. The walking might even be a little romantic, too.
3,
I try to stay very active. I play tennis with my daughters every weekend, and I go golfing every day. I used to lift weights too, and I'm talking about heavy weights. But I had to stop recently because I had to have an operation on my back. Now I'm really worried that I'll have to stop playing tennis and golf too. I don't really have a lot of hobbies or interests besides sports, so I really need to keep doing them. The doctor said swimming would help my back improve, so maybe I'll try that.
4,
I guess I really need to get some exercise outside, in nature. Right now, I exercise all the time, but it's always indoors. I lift weights at an indoor gym, and I go swimming every weekend at an indoor pool. I even go jogging on an indoor track. I was watching TV last night when a bicycling competition came on. Now, I'm totally excited about bicycle racing. I would really love to try it.
Page 41. Track 11. Dictation.
What did you do in the past that you don't do now?
Well, I didn't used to work out very much.
So what do you do now?
Now I run every day in the park. I used to hate running, but now I love it.
I used to lift weights and use the machines at the gym.
And now?
Now I ride my bike a lot. I didn't used to exercise outdoors, but now I really enjoy it.
Page 45. Track 15. Pronunciation. 1,
Do you have any plans?
2,
Do you want to go?
3,
Do you like tennis?
4,
Are you sure?
5,
Are you free?
6.
Are you coming?
Page 45. Track 16. Dictation.
Hey, Jen. Are you free this weekend?
Maybe. Do you have some plans?
Yes. Do you like pop music?
Sure. Why?
I've got tickets for the Pop Music Festival at Reed Hall. Do you want to come with me?
Do you have tickets for Friday night or Saturday night?
Saturday night.
Great. I'd love to.
Page 44. Track 14. Listening 3. 1,
Erin, this is David. How are things? I'm calling to see if you want to come over to my place on Friday night. Some friends from school are coming over to watch the soccer game on TV. They'll probably bring pizza to eat while we watch. We plan to meet at my place around 7. Anyway, if you can come, please give me a call. Bye.
2,
Hi, Erin. This is Maria. Sorry I missed you. I wondered if you're free for lunch on Saturday. It's Meg's birthday, and some of us are planning a surprise party for her. We're going to meet at that Japanese restaurant in the mall at 1 p.m. If you can join us, please let me know as soon as you can. Oh, we're buying her a big bunch of flowers, so you don't have to buy anything for her. Okay, I'll call you later. Bye.
3,
Hello, Erin. This is your Aunt Barbara. How's my favorite niece? Listen, honey, I have an extra ticket for the opera on Friday night. I wondered if you'd like to go with me. It's a wonderful Australian singer, a soprano. Doesn't that sound great? I know how you love opera. We could have dinner together before the concert if you like. Anyway, I'll call you tonight to see if you're interested in going. Bye-bye.
4,
Hi, Erin. This is Paul. Some of us are going bowling on Sunday afternoon, and we wondered if you'd like to join us. We'll meet at around 3 p.m. at the Holiday Bowling Lanes. You know, the one we usually go to. We're going to have dinner somewhere afterward, and then see a movie, too. How does that sound? Give me a call if you want to join us. Bye.
Page 52. Track 24. Listening 3. 1,
A few months ago, I moved to this cute little house out in the country. Before I moved, all I did was sit in cafes and read or surf the internet. Boring. Now I want to spend all my free time outside enjoying nature. The only problem is I'm not in very good shape, so I don't like doing any sports or anything that involves a lot of exercise. I tried hiking once, but I fell down a hill and hurt my leg. Don't get me wrong, I love the outdoors, but what I really want is something I can do quietly in nature.
2,
I live in a big city, so I love being around lots of people. My brother is completely the opposite. Last weekend, he took me to the country to go bird watching. I was so bored the whole time. I like talking to people and doing creative things. I'd just love to get all my friends together at my apartment in the city and do something. We could have a dinner party maybe. Or we could bring over some guitars and drums and stuff like that and sing and dance.
3,
Exercise is really important to me. I like doing things where I keep active, things that are good for my health. My roommate isn't like that at all, though. He wakes up and surfs the internet for hours. Then he plays his guitar in his room all afternoon. Yuck. I just hate sitting around indoors. I especially hate surfing the internet. I want to meet other people. I also want to get out and visit new places, like out in the country, where you can see some real nature.
4,
I don't really like going to parties or working out at the gym all the time. I don't like hiking around in nature either. I like to do things that develop my mind or things that teach me about other countries and places. What I really love is history. To me, a good history book is a lot more exciting than a fancy dinner party or some concert or a baseball game. And there's a lot of great historical information on the internet, too. I'm not one of those people who sit at home and collect stamps. For me, learning something new is a real adventure.
Page 53. Track 25. Pronunciation. Task 1. 1,
Baseball.
2,
Cooking.
3,
Gardening.
4,
Restaurants.
5,
Hiking.
6,
Painting.
Page 53. Track 26. Pronunciation. Task 2. 1,
He collects comic books.
2,
They love playing golf.
3,
She enjoys watching videos.
Page 53. Track 27. Dictation.
What do you do in your free time, Laura?
I used to enjoy painting, but now I like cooking and gardening.
Oh, not me. I enjoy collecting things. I collect baseball cards.
Do you do anything else?
Yes. I really enjoy surfing the internet and listening to music.
Do you play any sports?
I go skiing and snowboarding in the winter. How about you?
I like summer sports. I enjoy swimming and hiking.
Page 49. Track 20. Pronunciation. 1,
I like the campus, the classes, and the teachers.
2,
She likes the food, the people, and the sports.
3,
I don't like my schedule, my teachers, or the homework.
Page 57. Track 31. Pronunciation. 1,
I need to return this.
2,
You need to show me the guarantee.
3,
He needs to get another size.
4,
I'd like to exchange these shoes.
5,
She'd like to get a refund.
6,
We'd like to get another one.
Page 56. Track 30. Listening 3. 1,
I went to a summer sale at the department store the other day. There were hundreds of people there. People were lined up in front of the main door before it opened. As soon as the doors opened, everyone rushed in. There were some great bargains there, but it was impossible to find what I wanted because of the crowds. I really wanted to buy a few things, but after a while I got fed up and left without buying anything. Big crowds drive me crazy. Next time, I won't go shopping during a big sale.
2,
I bought lots of cheap clothes when I was on vacation last summer. Things were about half the price of the same things here. The clothes looked well made, so I spent a lot of money, but I've had problems with almost everything I bought. Some shrank as soon as I washed them, and the colours have faded on the rest. Next time, I'll save my money and wait for the sales at home.
3,
I needed a new camera last month, so I bought one from a store in the mall. I paid $248 for it, and it's a really good camera. It takes beautiful pictures. A few days ago, though, I found exactly the same camera online for only $195. I was really annoyed, but I guess there's nothing much I can do about it. Next time, I will spend more time comparing prices before I buy something.
4.
Some friends and I were on vacation in China last summer. I went shopping one day and got some really fabulous things. I got nice running shoes and tennis clothes. I thought the prices were reasonable, and I hate bargaining, so I just paid the price they asked. The next day, one of my friends went back to the same store and decided to bargain. She got things for much cheaper prices than I paid. Next time I go traveling, I'll be sure to bargain when I buy something.
Page 48. Track 19. Listening 3. 1.
This campus is really beautiful. It's like a park. There are lots of plants and trees everywhere. That was one of the reasons I decided to come here. Another was the teachers. I heard the teachers were really great, but a lot of them don't seem to be very interested in teaching. They give boring lectures, and they don't seem to have time to talk to students after class. Another problem is my schedule. I have trouble getting into the classes that I need. It's because the school is overcrowded. However, the other students I've met have been really great. I've made some wonderful friends.
2. I've been at this school for 2 years now. It's not the most attractive campus. The buildings are ugly. They look like cement blocks. And there are hardly any trees or plants. One thing that I do like here is the gym. It's a great place to go between classes. You can swim in a beautiful pool, and the workout room has modern equipment. It's funny that the gym looks so nice, while the rest of the campus doesn't. I'm pretty happy with my classes, and my teachers are very helpful. They have plenty of time to see you outside of class. I have a great schedule right now. All of my classes start in the afternoon, so I can sleep in. I love sleeping in.
3.
I'm afraid I haven't been happy here at all. I think I made a mistake. It costs a lot of money, but just isn't worth it. The classes are really boring, and they don't seem very useful. I want to take a computer science class, and they don't even teach that here. I haven't made many friends either. Everyone thinks it's so easy to meet people, but the other students seem very unfriendly to me. They do have a lot of interesting clubs. There's a photography club I might join. One thing that's nice is the campus. It's very attractive. There are a lot of trees and nice places to sit outside. There's even an outdoor cafe. I guess that's what you're paying for.
4.
I came here because I wanted to study art. The photography department is famous. The teachers are well-known working artists. Some people think that just because you're good at something doesn't mean you can teach it. But the teachers here are great. The campus is really just a building downtown, so it isn't very nice to look at. There's no gym or cafeteria or clubs or anything. My schedule is terrible. All my classes are at 8 in the morning. That's hard for me because I like to stay up late and work on my photos. I'm so busy that I haven't really paid much attention to the other students. But they seem very nice. Sometimes at art schools, the students are too competitive. I think this place is different, though.
Page 57. Track 32. Dictation.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to return this shirt. I need to get a larger one.
No problem.
And the color is wrong. I'd like to find a blue one.
That's fine. Oh, and do you have your receipt?
Uh-oh. I think I forgot it. I need to go home and get it.
Yes, I need to see your receipt.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Page 61. Track 37. Dictation.
Can I help you?
Yes. I can't open the window in my room. Can I get some help?
Certainly. Is there anything else?
Yes. I can't turn the air conditioner off.
We can help with that. Is there anything else I can do?
Yes. I can't connect to the internet.
You need a password. I can send someone up with it.
Thank you very much.
Page 61. Track 36. Pronunciation. 1,
Can I help you?
2,
Can I get them tonight?
3,
You can leave them here.
4,
I can't open the window.
5,
I can't find my key.
6,
I can't connect to the internet.
Page 65. Track 41. Pronunciation. 1,
What was it about?
2,
What's it about?
3,
It's about a wedding.
4,
Who was in it?
5,
Who's in it?
6,
She's in a new movie.
Page 65. Track 42. Dictation.
Hey, would you like to go to a movie tonight?
Yeah, I'd love to. What's on?
Hats Off to Harry is playing at the Gateway Theater. It's about a boy that gets lost, ends up in Hollywood, and becomes a big star.
Who's in it?
Well, besides the boy, Russell Hill.
Oh, he's a funny guy. Let's go.
Page 64. Track 40. Listening 3. 1,
I went to a really dumb movie last night. You should save yourself some money and find something else to do. It's supposed to be a comedy, but it isn't very funny at all. The story is really boring. It's all about some guys who are planning a bank robbery and everything goes wrong. Some of the actors were really big stars, but the acting was just terrible. They seemed bored, and so was I. The ending was supposed to be this big surprise, but everyone in the theatre knew it was coming. I guess the only good part was the music. The opening song had a great beat, and the rest of the soundtrack wasn't bad.
2,
I saw that new action movie this weekend. The story was much better than I expected. The main character has to go way underground, under the subway stations, to find this monster. The main character is that really handsome star, Matt Castle. He looked fantastic. It's worth the price of a ticket just to see him on the big screen, smiling and fighting and wearing these really great suits. The ending was a bit stupid and the music was disappointing, but I was still really into the story. If you like action movies or good-looking movie stars, you should go out and see it right away.
3,
I saw an excellent movie last night. It was a totally different kind of story from a typical war movie. It was exciting and intelligent. The star was that actor who just won a big award. He's always good, but he's unbelievably good in this one. And the actress who plays opposite him is wonderful. The ending is really sad, but it also made me think a lot about really deep and important stuff. I like it when movies do that to me. You should try to see it. I don't usually like war movies, but this one is really exciting. It has a terrific soundtrack. The songs made the battle scene so exciting.
4,
Have you seen that new animated movie that's showing now? You should see it. The story is about a war between humans and giant insects. I know it sounds kind of silly, but the story really works well. All the animation was done with computers, and they used the voices of some really famous actors. That really made the movie enjoyable. I won't say who wins in the end, but I will tell you that it's a big surprise. I left the theatre very happy. I guess they could have chosen better music, though. I don't think rap music is good for that kind of movie.
Page 60. Track 35. Listening 3. 1,
My friends and I flew down here to the beach for spring break. Of course, we're really excited about swimming and partying and meeting other college students. Our hotel is full of families and little kids, though. The restaurants are terrible, really crowded with kids and noisy, and they're really slow, too. The hotel should have one restaurant that's just for adults, I think. Another problem is the service. The staff is too busy running activities for the little kids, so sometimes they don't bring us new towels or clean the room. One good thing is the room. It's really big, and it has a great view of the beach. The price is great, too. I guess most college students don't want to stay here, so the room rates are low.
2,
I travel a lot for my job. Too much, I think. Sometimes I'm away from home for 3 weeks or more. It can be pretty lonely. That's why I'm so happy about the hotel where I'm staying now. First of all, the restaurant serves light, healthy food that gives me a lot of energy for my work. Then there's the staff. They're very friendly to me. My only complaint is with the room. The bed is very hard. They should buy a softer mattress. Oh, and the rates are expensive, but the company pays for it, so I don't mind.
3,
Our trip to the lake has been pretty disappointing so far. It takes 2 days to drive there, so of course we have to stay in a hotel for one night on the way. My husband forgot to make a reservation, though. We found a hotel, but the restaurant was only serving small snacks. When I complained about it to the hotel manager, he just laughed at me. They should get a new manager. The room is dirty and tiny. It's really bad. The kids have to share a bed, and they're unhappy about that. Of course, the rates are very cheap, so that's good. We'll have to be sure to make reservations from now on.
4,
My flight was delayed by a big snowstorm, so I had to stay overnight in this hotel. My only complaint is the restaurants. There are 3 of them, and they are all way too expensive for me because the airline isn't paying for my dinner. They should have at least one cheap casual restaurant. The staff is so friendly, though. Whenever I call the front desk to ask for something, they always remember my name, and they work so quickly. The room is huge, with a giant bathroom that is bigger than my whole apartment. It's got everything: a refrigerator, a microwave, even a flat-screen TV. The rates are very expensive. I am so glad that the airline is paying for the room.
Page 69. Track 6. Dictation.
Are you afraid of anything?
Yes, I'm afraid of elevators. Once, when I was a kid, I got stuck in an elevator.
So, what do you do when you have to take an elevator?
I try to take the stairs. How about you?
I was afraid of insects when I was a kid.
How did you stop being afraid of insects?
When I was in college, I studied insects in a biology class. Now I'm not afraid at all. In fact, I think insects are fascinating.
Page 69. Track 5. Pronunciation. 1,
Once, I sat next to an airplane engineer.
2,
When I was a kid, I got stuck in an elevator.
3,
After we were in the air for a while, I felt a lot better.
4,
Then, when I went to college, I learned about spiders.
Page 68. Track 4. Listening 3. 1,
When I was a kid, I got stuck in an elevator when the electricity went out, and since then, I've always been afraid of elevators. I was all alone, and there was no way to get out of the elevator. I hated that feeling. Now I almost never use elevators. I take the stairs instead. If I have to take an elevator, for example, if I'm in a really tall building, I make sure there's someone else in the elevator with me. The only problem is, sometimes I have to wait a long time until another person comes along.
2.
I don't like swimming in the ocean because the waves are so dangerous. They always knock me over. I also hate the way that seaweed touches me when I swim in the ocean. I always think it's some animal that's going to bite me. You know, like a shark or a jellyfish. That's why I only swim in the swimming pool. The only problem is that the pool in my neighborhood is always crowded.
3.
Birds are the only animals I'm really afraid of. But not all birds, just seagulls. Like at the beach. I don't mind most little birds because they leave you alone. But seagulls? That's a different story. I'm sure it's because of the time a bunch of seagulls chased me when I was a kid. They didn't hurt me, but I've been really scared of them ever since. That's a real problem, because a lot of my friends enjoy going to the beach, but I stay home to avoid the birds.
4.
I don't know why, but I'm really afraid of heights. I work in a tall building, and I can't even stand to look out my office window. Right away, I get this feeling like I'm suddenly going to fall. I'm really afraid. Of course, airplanes are the worst. I'm really nervous when I have to fly. The biggest problem is that there are some fun things I can't do with my kids. The other weekend, I took them to an amusement park. They were excited about going on the roller coasters, but I was too afraid to take them. My kids were really disappointed. I felt terrible about letting them down.
Page 73. Track 10. Pronunciation. Task 1. 1.
415-555-6879.
2.
404-619-4967.
3.
555-212-6978.
Page 72. Track 9. Listening 3. 1.
Hi, this is Mary from Gold Coast Travel Agency. We've confirmed your flights for you. We're emailing your itinerary to you, so you should be receiving it any minute. We've also booked you for 3 nights in the Paradise Inn, right on the beach. The hotel has a shuttle bus that takes you from the airport to the hotel, and it should be waiting for you outside the baggage claim area. It's a complimentary shuttle, so you don't have to pay for the trip, although we recommend you tip the driver. A few dollars for each bag should be fine. All right? Call me at 878-1990 when you get this message.
2.
Hey, this is Peter from the mailroom. There's a package here waiting for you, so when you get a chance, could you come down and pick it up? Actually, it's after 5 o'clock, so I guess we're closed now. I'll leave the package for you at the front desk with the receptionist. Just pick it up tomorrow from her. Oh, I almost forgot. That letter you were waiting for, the urgent one with the legal documents, I'm sorry to tell you it hasn't arrived yet. If you want to check again tomorrow morning, just give me a call at extension 44.
3.
Hi, this is Mike. Hope you're not working too hard down there. Anyway, I was calling to ask you something. Would you like to have lunch with me? I want to take you to lunch at a great Italian restaurant near the harbor. They serve this really amazing vegetarian lasagna, and the service is really great, helpful and polite. Then, after lunch, I was thinking maybe we could take a boat trip on the river. I'm sure you'd enjoy it. Anyway, give me a call on Thursday and let me know if you're free. My number is 754-9367.
4.
Hi, this message is for Dan. This is Mrs. Jones from Sunshine Dry Cleaners. The shirts you left with us on Friday are ready now. Please pick them up from the store anytime on Monday. We're open until 9 p.m. In case you don't remember, we're on the corner of Elm Street and Highway 31, next to the movie theater. The total cost for the shirts is $25.99. We don't take checks, but you can pay by credit card or cash. If you have any questions, please call me. The number is 468-3114.
Page 73. Track 11. Pronunciation. Task 2. 1,
Call me at 878-858-1990.
2,
I'm at 392-4592.
3,
Her number is 451-760-6024.
Page 73. Track 12. Dictation.
Mike called today. He wants to go to the restaurant with us tonight.
Did he leave his number?
Yes. It's 645-760-3950. He also asked us to invite Lisa.
Did he leave her number?
No, but I have it memorized. It's 760-3950.
Got it. We should call the restaurant, too. I think their number is 858-7869.
Page 77. Track 16. Pronunciation. 1,
It's the tallest building in New York City.
2,
Mount Whitney is the highest mountain in California.
3,
This is the biggest shopping mall in the world.
4,
It's the largest city in Latin America.
5,
It's the shortest train track.
6,
This is the oldest theater in the city.
Page 77. Track 17. Dictation.
What did you see on your tour?
We first saw the Grant House. It's the oldest building in the city.
Nice. What else did you see?
Then we visited the park. It's one of the biggest city parks in the country. After that, we went to the top of the mountain.
Oh, I bet the view was great. Isn't that one of the tallest mountains in the state?
Yes. Actually, it's the highest mountain in the country. The view was fantastic.
Page 76. Track 15. Listening 3. 1,
Have you taken a tour since you've been here?
Yes, I went on one last weekend.
What was it like?
Well, we didn't see a lot. We mainly went to a lot of shops. I would have preferred to see more of the museums and famous buildings. I'm not really interested in shopping. And the bus they took us in was so old and slow. They should put it in the museum.
Really? Did you say anything to the guide about it?
Well, the problem was he didn't speak English very well, and he wasn't really very friendly.
That's too bad.
But we did have a nice lunch on the tour, and the whole tour was very cheap, so it wasn't all bad. But I don't think it was worth the time or the money, even though it was cheap.
2,
What was your city tour like?
Well, we saw lots of interesting places on the tour. I was totally exhausted at the end of it, but I'm really glad I took it. You should try it.
Did you go by bus?
Yes, we had a nice, comfortable bus and a very helpful guide. You know how some guides talk all the time? This one didn't. He gave us just enough information, but not too much.
Where did they take you for lunch?
Oh, some dirty little place near the center of town. I didn't eat much because the food didn't look very good to me.
That's too bad. Was the tour expensive?
No, not at all. It was very reasonable.
3.
Did you just get back from the tour?
Yeah, it was really good. We visited all the places of interest. I'm glad we took it.
Did you take a bus or a van?
We took a bus. There were only 15 of us in it, so we had lots of room. It was a new, clean one, so it was pretty comfortable.
Did you have a guide?
Oh, yes, she was great. A student, I think. She really knew her stuff.
How was lunch?
Awful. We just had some fast food along the way.
How much was the tour?
Well, it was pretty expensive. That was the only problem. $150. I think they should have charged us about $75. But anyway, I think it's definitely worth doing this tour.
4.
So how was the tour?
It was disappointing, actually.
That's too bad.
Yeah, we didn't get to see very much. It was too short. I wanted to see a lot more.
Really?
It wasn't very comfortable either. The bus wasn't air-conditioned, so it got very hot and stuffy after a while.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, the guide was very helpful. He gave us some very interesting information and told a lot of jokes, so that was fun. And we had a really good lunch at the seafood restaurant.
So was the tour worth it?
Well, it was only $35, which is pretty reasonable. But if you want to take a tour, you should try a different tour company.
Page 81. Track 21. Pronunciation. 1.
The flights are late.
2.
The next plane leaves in 30 minutes.
3.
The restrooms are down the stairs.
4.
There are a lot of good places to eat.
Page 81. Track 22. Dictation.
Excuse me, where are our suitcases?
Your bags are in the baggage claim area on Carousel 3.
Thanks. Oh, and are there any places to eat near the baggage claim area?
Yes. There are 2 cafes and a couple of restaurants.
Great. How do we get into the city?
There are buses and taxis just outside after you leave the baggage area.
Thank you so much.
Page 80. Track 20. Listening 3. 1.
What's the airport like in your town?
Well, it's only a short distance from the centre of town, so that's good.
Yes.
And it's pretty easy to get there. It only costs about $25 by taxi. Or you can take a bus from most of the hotels.
Is it a big airport?
It's fairly big, but it's not a very pleasant place to spend time.
How come?
There isn't much to do there. They really should put in some stores and cafes.
That would help.
Luckily, you don't have to spend much time there because it usually only takes about 15 minutes to check in and go through security.
2.
What's the new airport like?
It's fantastic. Much better than the old one.
Is it far from town?
Not really. It's only about 15 miles from the city, so it doesn't take long to get there.
That's good.
Yes, now we can get out there on a fast train, which makes the trip very comfortable.
How nice. What are the facilities like at the airport?
It's almost like a big shopping mall. There are department stores, shops, a game center, and even a gym.
It sounds great.
Yeah, it is. The only trouble is it's always very crowded, so it can take a while to get through check-in. They really need to add some more check-in counters to speed things up.
3.
Is the new airport close to town?
Yeah, really close.
Does it take long to get to the airport?
Well, you have to go by taxi or train, so it depends on how long it takes you to get a taxi. There are never enough taxis that will go to the airport, so you have to wait for a while. You can go by train, but it's not very easy to get on when you're carrying bags. There really should be a bus service into town.
I agree.
Yeah, but once you get there, it's okay. There are lots of good duty-free stores, and the restaurants are pretty good. Try the Italian restaurant there. It's excellent.
Does it take long to check in?
No, check-in usually goes pretty quickly.
4. What do you think of the airport?
Well, it's far from downtown, and when the traffic is bad, it can take an hour and a half to get there. The city really needs to build a new airport that is closer to the city.
Do you usually drive to the airport?
No, I usually take the airport bus. The bus is pretty nice. It's clean and comfortable, and it's a lot cheaper than driving because you don't have to pay for parking.
Is there much to do while you wait for your flight?
Sure. There are a couple of stores that sell souvenirs and magazines. There are also a couple of fast food places, and they're fine for coffee and a sandwich.
How long does it take to check in?
It doesn't take long. They're pretty efficient.
Page 85. Track 26. Pronunciation. 1,
My name is Pennington.
Did you say Pennington?
2,
I'd like a single room.
Excuse me, did you say a single room?
3,
I need to see your passport.
I'm sorry, did you say you need to see my passport?
Page 85. Track 27. Dictation.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
I'd like a room for 2 nights, please.
2 nights?
That's right. My name is Chris Smithson.
Did you say Smith?
No, Smithson. Smithson. Do you need to see some identification?
Did you say you have identification?
Yes, I do. Here you go.
Page 84. Track 25. Listening 3. 1,
Is your room okay?
Well, it's certainly big enough. That's a nice change. A lot of hotel rooms these days are very small. There's also plenty of space in the bathroom.
That's good.
I wish I had a better view, though. There's nothing to see except the cars in the parking garage.
You could always change.
I guess so, but I can't be bothered. Anyway, it's great to have a big flat-screen TV. There's also a coffee maker, so I can make coffee whenever I want it. I was a little disappointed that there was nothing, not even a bottle of water, in the refrigerator when I checked in. But I called down and asked them to fill it up, and they did that right away.
2,
Is your room big enough for the 2 of you?
Well, it's kind of small. By the time we put our bags on the floor, there was hardly any room to move. But you should see the bathroom. It's almost as big as the bedroom. It's great, but isn't that strange? A bathroom bigger than the room.
It is. What floor are you on?
We're on the 2nd floor, so we don't really see anything interesting, just the street and the building next to us.
Is there anything much in the room?
Just the bed and a tiny refrigerator big enough for 2 bottles of water. The bed is as hard as a rock. I could hardly sleep last night. The manager said they would bring me a softer mattress later.
Well, that's good.
3,
Is your room at the hotel okay?
It's not bad. It's a good-sized room, so that's nice. The bathroom is absolutely tiny, though, and it doesn't have an electrical outlet, so I can't use my hairdryer in there.
That's inconvenient.
At least I can look out at the beautiful park across the street. I like to be able to see trees from my window.
That sounds lovely. Is there a lot in the room?
No, not really. Just an old TV, but no refrigerator or anything else. It was really hot last night and I couldn't sleep, so I spoke to the manager about it. She sent up an electric fan as soon as I called.
That should help.
4,
Is your room okay?
It's pretty good, thanks.
That's good. How big is the room?
Well, it could be bigger. It really is pretty small. There's just enough room for one chair beside the bed.
It does sound small.
Yeah, but my only real complaint is with the shower. The water's either much too hot or way too cold. I'm going crazy. Luckily, I spoke to the manager, and he's sending a plumber up tomorrow.
That's nice of him. How about the view?
Oh, I do love the view of the city at night. It's wonderful.
That's fantastic. What does the room have in it?
Well, there's a really nice TV and a DVD player. Plus, there's a stereo and a mini fridge. Everything I need.
Page 89. Track 31. Pronunciation. 1.
There's a lot of traffic.
2.
There's a collision.
3.
There's been an accident.
4.
There's been a problem.
5.
There are 2 stalled cars.
6.
There are some improvements.
Page 89. Track 32. Dictation.
Are you going downtown today?
Yes, but there's a marathon today. There's going to be a lot of traffic.
Yes. There are several streets blocked off.
And I just heard there's been an accident, too.
It's true. There's been a collision between 2 buses.
Wow. So I guess I'll walk. There's no problem with my feet today.
Page 88. Track 30. Listening 3. 1.
In my town, public transportation was never very good. You had to drive everywhere, so there was always traffic. The government wanted to make public transportation easier than driving cars. They bought some nice new buses, for example, and they added air conditioning to the ones we already had. They also began offering lower bus fares on the weekends, so more people would be encouraged to try the new buses. They raised taxi fares too. I guess they figured that if taxis cost more, people might think about using buses more often.
2.
Well, the problem was that thousands of people drove into the city centre every day, and there weren't enough parking spaces. So the government wanted to make parking easier. But they didn't build more parking garages. Instead, they tried to keep cars out of the city centre. Recently, they started making people who drive their cars downtown pay a daily fee. You have to pay $10 if you want to drive your car into the centre between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. At the same time, they have raised the parking lot rates, so people think twice before they drive their car into the city.
3.
Traffic was a real problem around here. It moved so slowly. Last year, the government turned a bunch of streets downtown into one-way streets. This helped the traffic move more quickly. Special lanes on roads just for buses were built at the same time. If you're caught driving your car in a bus lane, you have to pay a fine, and it's a really high fine. Also, they passed a law last year that says you can only drive your car downtown 3 days a week. You have to display a special pass in your car that says which days you're allowed to drive downtown.
4.
Air pollution in our city was a huge problem, and we really needed to lower it. I guess that's why the government started putting special bicycle lanes on the streets downtown. That way, people can ride their bikes to work instead of using their stinky cars. They also made a rule that says there must be at least 2 people in your car if you want to drive downtown during the week. They also ordered these amazing new pollution-free buses. They use electricity, so they don't put anything bad into the air.
Page 37. Track 6. Dictation.
So, what do you do?
I'm a flight attendant.
That sounds interesting. Do you fly overseas a lot?
Yes, I've been to over 30 countries. How about you? What do you do?
I am a manager in a restaurant.
Do you work on the weekends?
No, I travel on weekends. It's a great job.
Page 92. Track 35. Listening 3. 1.
Hi, Paul. This is Ted. Listen, could you do me a favor? I left my chemistry book on my bed. I hope you can find it. The bed's a mess because I didn't have time to make it this morning. Could you bring my book with you to class this afternoon? I need it for class, and I don't have time to go back for it. Thanks.
2.
Anne, this is Meg. I've invited a couple of friends to come by tonight at 7:30 to watch TV with us. You know them, Dave and Sue. Would you be able to pick up some snacks? I have a class till 7, so I won't have time to buy them before the guests arrive. I'll pay you back when I get home. Thanks.
3. Hey Ken, it's John. Guess what? My folks just sent me an email to say they'll be over to visit around 5. Sorry, but I left the living room in a real mess. Could you give it a quick clean up? I have soccer practice till 4:30 and I can't get back to do it myself. We can all go out for dinner together later. I'll buy you whatever you want to eat. 4.
Jill, this is Kerry. I'm calling because we're completely out of food. Sorry, but some friends came by earlier and we finished everything. We were really hungry. The refrigerator is completely empty. Could you get a few things for dinner on the way home? I have to finish an assignment, so I won't be home till about 8. By the way, I cleaned the apartment. I hope you like it.
Page 93. Track 36. Pronunciation. Task 1. 1.
He's really smart.
2.
He's extremely noisy.
3.
She's terribly rude.
4.
She was very considerate.
Page 93. Track 37. Pronunciation. Task 2. 1.
They talk really loudly.
2.
She is extremely forgetful.
3.
We're very quiet.
Page 93. Track 38. Dictation.
How do you like your new roommate?
I don't know. She's really inconsiderate.
What do you mean?
She's terribly loud at night. She watches TV and sings in her room.
So, she's not as nice as your last roommate?
No. My last roommate was extremely kind and considerate.
So what are you gonna do?
Well, you know me. I'm really timid. I guess I won't do anything.
Page 97. Track 42. Pronunciation. 1.
How was your trip?
It was great.
2.
How was the food?
It was okay.
Page 97. Track 43. Dictation.
Hi, Jen. How was your trip?
It was great. I had a wonderful time.
How was the food?
It was good. I ate a lot.
How was the weather there?
It was beautiful the whole time I was there.
So, what was the best thing about your trip?
The beaches.
Track 3, Part 2, Questions 7 through 12. Listen to each question. Choose the correct response. 7.
What did you do over the weekend?
8.
Did you see the game on TV last night?
Nine.
Can you change the station, please?
Ten.
Why do you like listening to hip hop so much?
Eleven.
What did Harvey do last weekend?
Twelve.
Would you like to come to a party on Saturday?
Track 4. Part 3. Questions 13 through 15. Listen to the following short conversations and answer the questions below.
So how was your weekend? I just stayed home and watched TV.
Not bad. I met some friends and we went bowling on Saturday.
Really? I love bowling. Why didn't you call me?
Sorry, it was a girls' night out.
13. What did the woman do on Saturday?
Are you free?
Sure, hop in. Where to?
I need to get to the Excelsior Hotel. Do you know where it is?
Sure, it's about a 5-minute ride.
14. Who is the man?
Did you make these yourself?
Actually, my wife did. But it's an old family recipe.
What's in it?
Smoked salmon, dill, and goat cheese.
Goat cheese? I don't think I've tried that before. It's really nice.
15. What does the woman say about the food? Units 1 through 4. Track 2. Part 1. Questions 1 through 6. Look at the pictures. For each picture, you will hear a question and 4 statements. Choose the statement that best matches the picture. 1.
What did Harvey do last weekend?
A.
He went to the gym.
B.
He rented a movie.
C.
He met his girlfriend.
D.
He moved to a new house.
2.
How does Joel usually get to his office?
A.
He takes the bus.
B.
He goes by train.
C.
He rides his bicycle.
D.
He drives his car.
3.
What time will the train to Boston leave?
A. At 13:25. B. At 14:05. C. At 14:15. D. At 13:15. 4.
What kind of concert did Brittany attend?
A.
She went to a hip-hop concert.
B.
She went to a country concert.
C.
She went to a classical concert.
D.
She went to a pop concert.
Five.
What did Larry and Mike think of last night's concert?
A.
It was terrific, but their seats were at the back of the hall.
B.
The sound was okay, but they couldn't really see the band.
C.
The band was disappointing, but they had good seats.
D.
It was great because their seats were in the front row.
Six.
What kind of party is Sandra holding?
A.
She's holding a dinner party.
B.
She's holding a birthday party.
C.
She's holding a barbecue party.
D.
She's holding an engagement party.
Track 6, Part 2, Questions 7 through 12. Listen to each question. Choose the correct response. 7.
What do you feel like eating for dinner?
A.
I don't feel like it.
B.
That's kind of you to offer.
C.
Something quick and easy.
8. How about vegetarian food tonight? A.
Sure, if you like.
B.
No, I'm sick of junk food.
C.
Actually, I don't eat meat.
9.
Do you think Dad would like this tie?
A.
I've never seen him wear that color.
B.
No, Thai food is too spicy for him.
C.
I think it's in his closet.
10.
Could you fasten your seatbelt, please, sir?
A.
I think I like the other belt better.
B.
Oh, are we about to land?
C.
I can't go any faster.
11.
Could you put that bag in the overhead compartment?
A.
I'd like to check this bag in.
B.
I work in the sales department.
C.
Can't I keep it under my seat?
12. Did you leave the water running? A.
No, the washing machine is leaking.
B.
I think I need more exercise.
C.
Yes, it's been raining all day.
Track 7, Part 3, Questions 13 through 15. Listen to the following conversation. Choose the correct answer for each question.
What do you think we should do for Mom's birthday? You do realize that it's next week, right?
I know, I haven't forgotten. Why don't we just get her some flowers like last year? You know she always likes to get flowers.
But she's going to be 60 this year. We have to do something special.
Oh, I don't know. How about we take her to that French restaurant in the Imperial Hotel? I'm sure that she would appreciate that.
13. What are the speakers discussing? (14) Why does the woman reject the man's first suggestion? (15) What can be inferred about the speaker's mother? Tactics for testing. Units 5 through 8. Track 5. Part 1. Questions 1 through 6. Look at the pictures. For each picture, you will hear 4 statements. Choose the statement that matches the picture. 1. A.
The woman is making a reservation.
B.
He is giving her the menu.
C.
The waiter is serving the food.
D.
The customer is calling the waiter.
(2) A.
The chef is preparing the meal.
B.
The steak is served on the dishes.
C.
The food is being cooked in the oven.
D.
He is putting the fish in the pan.
3. A.
They are wrapping the gift.
B.
The woman is opening a box.
C.
They are giving the woman a present.
D.
She's holding the child.
4. A.
The passengers are waiting in the airport.
B.
The plane is taking off.
C.
The attendant is serving the meal.
D.
The woman is closing the overhead compartment.
5. A.
There are empty seats on the airplane.
B.
They are boarding the flight.
C.
The passengers are in the waiting area.
D.
They are checking in at the airport.
6. A.
His car has broken down.
B.
The man is stuck in traffic.
C.
He's lost his telephone.
D.
He is fixing the engine.
Tactics for testing. Units 13 through 16. Track 10. Part 1. Questions 1 through 6. Look at the pictures. For each picture, you will hear 4 statements. Choose the statement that matches the picture. 1. A.
She's sitting on the grass.
B.
She's working in the garden.
C.
She's digging up the field.
D.
She's planting trees in the soil.
Two. A.
She's relaxing with a book.
B.
She's reading a newspaper.
C.
She's booking a table.
D.
She's standing beside the window.
Three. A.
The kite is flying in the sky.
B.
She's carrying the kite across the field.
C.
She's fixing a broken kite.
D.
The kite is lying on the sand.
Four. A.
She's checking into a hotel.
B.
There are 3 clocks on the desk.
C.
She's standing beside the doorway.
D.
She's seated behind the counter.
Five. A.
The sheets are striped.
B.
There are no covers on the bed.
C.
The bed hasn't been made.
D.
The bread is not yet prepared.
Six. A.
They are watching a movie.
B.
The women are chatting.
C.
The theater is crowded.
D.
They each have a bucket of popcorn.
Tactics for Testing, Units 9 through 12. Track 8. Part 1. Listen to the following conversation. Complete questions 1 through 4.
Hello?
Hello, is this the American Diner?
Yes, it is. Can I help you?
Oh yes, I understand that you're hiring new staff, and I'd like to find out some more about what's involved.
Sure. Do you mind me asking how you heard about the openings? Did you see our ad in the newspaper?
Actually, I came to the diner with a friend last week to eat, and as we were leaving I saw the notice in your window. I thought about it and decided to call you.
Right. Well, as you know, we're looking for servers.
Yes.
So, can you tell me a bit about yourself? Are you employed at the moment?
Yes, I'm an administrator at a college, but my contract ends on Friday, and I want to do something completely different.
This would be very different, wouldn't it? And it's not particularly easy. You can get extremely busy sometimes. Do you have any kind of work experience related to waiting tables? Like serving experience? Or experience dealing with customers?
I'm afraid I don't, but I am used to working under pressure, especially in my present job. I get overloaded, but I think I handle it pretty well.
Okay. And you say you finish on Friday. That's the day after tomorrow, isn't it? So, would you be able to start work right away if you were offered a job?
Not exactly. I could start at the beginning of next month, though. I've got a doctor's appointment next week and a few other things I have to take care of, that's all.
Questions 5 through 10. Now listen to a continuation of the conversation you just heard. As you listen, complete the notes below. Write no more than 2 words and/or a number for each answer.
Okay. Well, would you like me to tell you a bit more about the job?
Yes, please. I'll just grab a piece of paper and make some notes. Right. Is it a permanent position you're offering?
It is, yes. But one of the conditions is that there's a trial period. We always do that. It gives us a chance to see whether we think you're suitable, and it gives you a chance to see whether you actually like the work.
How long is that for?
A month. After that, if everyone's agreed, we make the job permanent.
Fine. And you didn't say anything about the qualifications. What do you...
They're not necessary. But before we made the position permanent, we'd ask you to give us references. We'd need 2, one from an employer and another one from someone who's known you for a long time.
Okay, no problem. And what about the hours of work? I seem to remember the ad mentioned shift work. How many shifts are there?
2. There's one from 10 to 6 and another from 4 to 10. And you swap every 3 weeks so that no one has to do evenings all the time.
And what about weekends? Do servers get both days off?
Actually, if you take the job, you'll have to agree to work every Saturday and Sunday. Your days off would be Tuesday and Wednesday. Would that be a problem?
I'll have to think about it. I didn't realise that.
I'm afraid weekends are our busiest time, so most of the staff has to work then. The only thing is, you can sometimes get one of the other servers to swap days with you. We don't mind that, but you have to arrange it yourself.
Okay. And the pay?
It's $8.50 an hour at the moment, though it may go up soon. And on top of your pay, you get benefits. 1 free meal a day. And we also provide transportation for all our staff to and from work. There's no charge. It's not a very easy place to get to by bus, and it's too far to bicycle for most people. So we collect people in our minivan.
That's good. And what about clothes? Do I have to wear anything special?
We'd like you to wear dark pants and a white shirt, one with short sleeves. Long sleeves are less hygienic. That's all.
Fine. Well, I think that's all the questions I've got for the moment.
Would you like to think about it, and then give me a call when you've made up your mind? I don't...
Track 9. Part 2. Listen to a representative of a sports and leisure club talking to a group of people who are interested in joining. Questions 11 through 16. Complete the sentences below. Write no more than 2 words for each answer.
Well, I'd like to say welcome to Thornton Sports and Leisure Club. My name's Peter, and I'm one of the managers here. I'll just tell you briefly about the club's facilities and membership, and then I'll leave you to wander around and look. First of all, facilities. We have 2 golf courses, one an older 9-hole course, which is very suitable if you haven't played much golf before, and a brand new 18-hole course, which is challenging even for experienced players. In fact, every year our club will be hosting a tournament at the international level. Apart from the courses, we also have a practice green, and we offer intensive courses for people who've never played golf before. Apart from golf, our other outdoor sporting facility is tennis courts. These can be used for most of the year because the weather in this area is so mild, as you all know, of course. In fact, they're only closed during November and December when we do routine maintenance work on them. And we have plenty of things to do indoors. Families generally like to use our swimming pools, for example. There's a 25-metre one for adults and a smaller one for children. Then there's the gym. It's got the latest exercise equipment. We've added over 40 pieces of new equipment in the past year alone, as well as music and TV. And last year, we opened a new weight training gym. There are specially trained instructors on hand in both gyms who can design fitness programs for your own personal needs or answer any questions you have about the equipment. Lastly, we have 2 exercise studios and a lot of different types and levels of exercise classes. Everyone will be able to find something to suit them. In Studio 1, you can do classes in indoor cycling, for example, and in Studio 2, you can do freestyle step and aerobics, or you can do aqua aerobics in the pool. All of our classes are led by qualified instructors, and they know how to create workouts that are safe, and fun as well, I hope. We offer 2 levels of membership: full membership, which includes the use of all our facilities and gives you a 20% discount on all meals bought in the restaurant here. And then there's a leisure membership, which allows you access to all the facilities except golf. And that gives you a 10% discount on food bought on the premises.
Now listen to a continuation of the talk you just heard. Questions 17 through 20. Look at the map of the Thornton Sports and Leisure Club. Write the appropriate letter on the blank next to each question.
Well, I'll give you some time to look around now, and we'll start here on the ground floor. From the entrance, you'll first enter the lobby. If you continue straight on from the lobby, you'll enter our ballroom. This is where we hold our annual dinner for members and other formal events. If you're looking for the locker rooms, take the door to the right on the lobby, turn left down the hallway, and they are on your right-hand side. Also on this side of the clubhouse, you find the indoor pool, which is just to the right of the locker rooms. If you go through the left-hand doorway from the lobby, you'll find our members' lounge and exercise room. The lounge is the first door on the left-hand side of the hallway. The exercise room is the large room on the right.
Track 12. Part 3. Questions 13 through 15. Listen to the following conversation. Choose the correct answer for each question.
Hello, I wonder if you can help me. I bought this tent last month and took it on a camping trip last week. It rained the first night and we found a hole in the tent. Everything got soaked.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. We can give you a replacement, or if you no longer have the receipt, we can repair this tent.
Well, actually, I would prefer to get a refund. I've heard other people had similar problems with this model.
Okay, well, in that case, we'll definitely need a receipt.
13. When did the man notice the problem with his purchase? (14) What will the shop do if the man does not have a receipt? (15) What does the man want the shop to do? Track 11. Part 2. Questions 7 through 12. Listen to each question. Choose the correct response. 7.
What do you do in your free time?
A.
I enjoy walking.
B.
I think it's just past 2.
C.
No, I had to pay about $20.
8.
What do you collect?
A.
Yes, that's correct.
B.
He collected my paper.
C.
I really like toy robots.
9.
Is the sweater a good fit, sir?
A.
Yes, the color is perfect.
B.
Not really. It's a bit tight.
C.
It could be sweeter.
10.
What seems to be the problem with the watch?
A.
I don't have time to wash it.
B.
It doesn't keep time very well.
C.
I haven't watched it yet.
11.
How soon will you need the shirts?
A.
Can I get them by tomorrow?
B.
2 white ones and 1 blue one.
C.
I can spend up to about $40.
12.
What's playing at the City Theater?
A.
It's on Boulder Avenue.
B.
There are many theaters in the city.
C.
Nothing I haven't already seen.
Track 14. Part 2. Questions 7 through 12. Listen to each short conversation. Choose the correct response. 7.
Wake up! I think there is someone in the house.
What? I was sleeping. I didn't hear anything.
Listen, do you hear that? What was it?
Eight.
Hello, RPG Engineering. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Sylvia McCall from ProView. Can I speak to Dave?
Sorry, he's not available at the moment. Would you like to leave a message?
Nine.
Hi, Monty. This is Jane from the tennis club.
Oh, hi, Jane. What can I do for you?
You left your racket in the locker room. Do you want me to bring it over?
Ten.
What did you see on your tour of the city?
Well, the Central Market was interesting, and the Transportation Museum wasn't bad. But the cathedral was closed.
So did you have a good day out?
Eleven.
Excuse me, how do I get to Terminal 3 from here?
Well, you can walk, or there's a shuttle bus if you have a lot of luggage.
I have 2 suitcases and a small child.
Twelve.
Hello, I'm here to check in for Flight 213 to Miami.
I'm sorry, ma'am. This desk is for flights to Manila.
This is the check-in desk for Atlantic Airlines, isn't it?
Tactics for Testing. Units 17 through 20. Track 13. Part 1. Questions 1 through 6. Look at the pictures. For each picture, you will hear a question and 4 statements. Choose the statement that best matches the picture. 1.
What is the woman afraid of?
A.
She's afraid of heights.
B.
She's afraid of mice.
C.
She's afraid of snakes.
D.
She's afraid of chairs.
2.
What is the man doing?
A.
He's talking to his friend.
B.
He's leaving his house.
C.
He's buying a telephone.
D.
He's leaving a message.
3.
Where is the guide talking to the tourists?
A.
They are in a castle.
B.
They are in a church.
C.
They are in a museum.
D.
They are in a temple.
4.
What is Harry doing at the museum?
A.
He's taking a photograph.
B.
He's working in a gift shop.
C.
He's taking a tour.
D.
He's buying souvenirs.
Five.
Where is the man standing?
A.
He's standing at the baggage claim area.
B.
He's standing in front of the departure gate.
C.
He's standing at the check-in counter.
D.
He's standing in a luggage store.
Six.
What is the man going to do next?
A.
He's going to leave the plane.
B.
He's going to buy his ticket.
C.
He's going to show his passport.
D.
He's going to check in his bag.
Track 15. Part 3. Questions 13 through 15. Listen to the following short conversations and answer the questions below.
What's that on the wall? I'm sure I saw something move.
It was probably just a gecko. Yeah, we get lots of them in the house every summer. You're not scared, are you?
Ugh, I hate slimy things like lizards and snakes.
Actually, it is a gecko, and I think it's cute.
13. Why is the man upset?
Hi, this is Brian. Can I speak to Margaret?
I'm sorry, Brian, but she's not here at the moment.
Okay, can you tell her to call me back later?
Sure. I guess she has your number, right?
Yeah, I'm sure she does.
14. What will the man do after this conversation?
Excuse me, I'm looking for the flight to Singapore. My boarding pass says gate 14, but I can't see anyone waiting.
Ah, I see. That flight has moved to gate 29.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You should watch the monitors to check. But don't worry, you've still got 30 minutes.
15. What is the woman's problem? Tactics for Testing, Units 21 through 24. Track 16. Part 1. Listen to the following conversation. Complete the form below. Write no more than 2 words and/or a number for each answer.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'd like to check in, please.
Do you have a reservation?
No, I don't. Is that a problem?
I don't think so. Is it just for yourself?
No, my husband's joining me later. And I need a non-smoking room, please.
Fine. So today is the 17th of June. And is that just the one night?
We might stay for 4 nights, but I'll just book for 3 because I'm not sure yet. Is that okay?
Yes, it is. We have rooms available, and you can just extend your stay later if you decide to. Do you have any special requirements?
If possible, I'd like a room with the view of the river. That's on the west side, I think?
Yes, that's right. The other side faces the park. Let's see. Oh no, I'm afraid there isn't one available till tomorrow. I'm sorry about that. But we can move you then if you like, so you'd have 2 nights there.
Okay, thank you.
Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to take some details from you, starting with your last name.
It's Irwin. That's U-R-W-I-N. G. Irwin.
And the first line of your home address, please?
It's 370 Oak Drive.
Oak, like the tree?
That's right.
And the zip code, if you can remember it.
Yes, it's 54628.
And how will you be paying for the room? Cash? Card?
By card.
Is that a MasterCard or a Visa?
Yes. Do you want to authorize it?
Yes, please. That's fine, thank you.
Questions 8 through 10. Now listen to a continuation of the conversation you just heard. Choose the correct answer.
Now, I'll just get someone to help you with your bags. But have you stayed here before?
No, I haven't.
Well, I'll just tell you that breakfast is served in the Washington room between 7 and 10 in the morning. That's on the first floor next to the lounge. You'll need to take your registration card with you. Or, if you'd prefer to have breakfast served in your room, just complete the request form in your welcome pack and hang it on the outside of the door. And if you'd like a morning newspaper delivered to your room, you have to order it before 11 o'clock tonight.
Okay. And what's the best place to send emails from? Is there a good connection in the room? I've got my laptop with me.
Well, for some reason, the wireless signal isn't very good in the bedrooms here, so we usually advise guests to go to the lounge. Or we rent out phone cables for a small charge. Alternatively, there are PCs in the hotel's business centre on the 4th floor.
Okay, I'll see how I do. And one last question. I know there's a theatre near here, and I was thinking we might go this evening, but I don't know the phone number. How can I find out what's on? Is the quickest way to go there and ask?
It's certainly not far to the theatre, just a few minutes' walk. Or you could get the information from teletext, you know, the TV directory, when you go up to your room. But I tell you what, if you ask the porter, he'll look in his newspaper for you. That'll be the quickest way of finding out. His desk's just over there.
Oh, that's great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Track 17. Part 2. Listen to a representative from a company's human resources department talking to a group of employees about a plan called Cycling to Work. Questions 11 through 16. Complete the sentences below. Write no more than 2 words for each answer.
Good morning, everyone. As you know, I've come to talk to you about the company's new plan to encourage employees to come to work by bike instead of by car. First of all, let's look at the benefits to employees. One of the obvious benefits is financial. Obviously, it costs a lot to buy and run a car, and bicycles are much cheaper. Cyclists don't have to pay road tax or insurance, and the cost of buying and repairing a bike is much lower than for a car. So you'd save a lot of money by cycling. And for most employees, cycling will also reduce the amount of time it takes them to get to and from work. Certainly over the past 10 or 20 years, traffic jams in the city have been getting more frequent and worse. And now it's common for cyclists to overtake a line of cars that are stuck in traffic. The health benefits of the plan are probably well known, but I'll just run through them quickly. Studies have shown that cycling 4 miles a day halves the risk of heart disease, and people who cycle regularly will have a fitness level equivalent to being 10 years younger than those who don't. Another health benefit is that cycling can reduce stress, so it helps you to arrive at work or at home feeling good. Well, those are some of the benefits for employees, and of course, the company benefits too. Apart from the obvious advantage of having healthier, happier employees who are more likely to show up on time for work because they haven't been delayed in traffic, the company can cut down on the amount of parking space it needs to provide. And the cost of land in the city is going up all the time, of course. Right, well, let me just tell you a bit more about the plan itself. The company will lend you up to $1,000 to buy a bike and all the necessary safety equipment, and you won't have to pay any interest or any tax on that amount. You'll just repay it over 2 years. You are allowed to buy 2 bikes, but no more with your loan, and that's if you live a long way from work. This allows you to cycle to your nearest station, leave 1 bike there, get a train, pick up the 2nd bicycle at your arrival station, and then cycle from there to work. Well, I hope I've said enough to encourage you to join the plan. It's a very good opportunity, I think. If you've got any questions, you're welcome to ask me during the coffee break. But before that, I'll just show you a map of our area with the various cycle paths marked, just to give you an idea how easy cycling is in this area.
Now listen to a continuation of the talk you just heard. Questions 17 through 20. Look at the map of the cycle routes below. Write the appropriate letter on the blank next to each question.
There's the company in the centre of the map, on the corner of Bedford Street and High Street. It's marked with an X, right? And the cycle routes are marked with dotted lines. So if you're coming to work from the west, you'll come along Bedford Street. The only detour you have to make is around the museum, but that doesn't take long. Then you get back onto Bedford Street and go across High Street. Then, for those of you who are coming from the south, you come up South Street, and then before you get to High Street, you have to turn right. It's the small turning just after the library, not the one after the bookshop. And from there, it's just a couple of minutes to the office here. If you're coming in along Bedford Street from the east, it's very straightforward. You stay on that street, apart from that little loop you have to do past the bus station. And lastly, if you come from the north, most of High Street doesn't have a cycle path. You have to turn off opposite the fire station and cycle down there till you come into Bedford Street. So really, it couldn't be easier. So if you'd like to sign up for this...
Page 36. Track 4. Listening 3.
1. I work for a market research company. We do research for companies that are planning to develop new products. I call people and ask them questions about products they are using now. Sometimes I invite people to come to meetings. We discuss plans for new products with them. It's pretty interesting work. I've been doing it for nearly 15 years now, and I've got no plans to change jobs. The thing I really like about my job is that each month I'm working on something completely different, so it never gets boring.
2.
I have my own design company. It's very small, just me and 2 assistants. I design brochures, advertisements for magazines, menus, and things like that. It's a very creative job. I started the company just 2 years ago, just after I graduated from design school. Things have gone pretty well for me. I have 2 big clients, and most of my work is for them. Sometimes I have to work very late at night if I have a big job to finish quickly. I always have plenty of work to do, and I am always busy.
3.
I've had my own restaurant for 10 years. When I first bought this place, I thought it would be easy to run, but it's very hard work. I work long hours. Sometimes we're very busy, and sometimes we're very slow. We usually have a lot of customers on the weekends. During the week, it's sometimes quiet. I never have a day off because there are always so many things to do. I don't do any of the cooking myself. I have 3 very good chefs to do that. Owning a restaurant is a tough job, but I love it. I don't want to do anything else.
4.
I'm a flight attendant. Many people think it's a boring job, but I love it. I get to travel all over the world, and I meet lots of interesting people. I like that. The job is pretty easy, really. We don't work non-stop for the whole flight. We have plenty of time to sit down and take a break. On long flights, we can even take a nap. Also, the money is very good because all our expenses are paid when we're working.
Page 96. Track 41. Listening 3. 1.
I met this really nice family when I was in Korea last year. I was in a restaurant, and I was having trouble understanding the menu. The wife came over and asked me what I wanted to eat, and told me all about Korean food. Then they asked me to join them at their table, and they paid for my dinner. They also invited me to their house. We became friends, and we keep in touch now by email. They'll take me to a famous temple the next time I go back. Isn't that fabulous? I can't wait to see that temple.
2.
Once when I was in Italy, I took a bus trip from Rome to Florence. The bus was very crowded, and I had to stand most of the way. I had a couple of small bags with me. One was a backpack that had my wallet in it. I kept it in front of me for the entire trip, but when I got to Florence, I couldn't believe what had happened. Someone had cut a hole in my backpack, put in their hand, and removed my wallet. Then they took the money out and put the wallet back inside my backpack. I never noticed a thing. It really ruined my vacation because I couldn't pay to get into any museums. So now I want to go back again next summer and see all the museums I missed.
3.
Last summer, I flew from London to Casablanca in Morocco to do some research on the traditional music there. Unfortunately, my bags didn't arrive with the flight. I thought they would probably arrive on the next flight, but they didn't. I had nothing to wear except the clothes I had on. Luckily, the airline gave me some money to buy some extra clothes and things. The bags didn't turn up till 4 days later. I was really glad to get my bags back because I had a lot of important stuff inside them. But I had to wait around until they turned up, so I didn't get a chance to listen to any of the traditional music. That's why I want to get back there again sometime.
4.
I was on vacation in Australia last summer when I got a terrible case of the flu. I had to stay in bed for 4 days, and it was a week before I was feeling well enough to go out. I have a cousin in Sydney who was really kind and spent a lot of time with me until I was better. By then, I only had 3 days of sightseeing left before I had to leave. I saw the Sydney Opera House, and that was about it. The most awful thing is I didn't have the chance to go scuba diving. I want to go back and scuba dive there. They have the best coral reefs in the world.